Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Tittle Tattle Tarot. It's Georgie. And on the table, we have the Tarot of the Abyss. And my reading today is going to be about the murder of Jon Benet Ramsey. So this is going back to 1996 when Jon Benet Ramsey was just 6 years old. This little girl, just to jog your memory, I'm sure you do remember, was the little beauty contestant, the little beauty pageant contestant. Her mother was Patsy Ramsey, who has since died of ovarian cancer. Her father, Jon Ramsey, is still alive. And her brother at the time would have been 9 years old, and his name is Burke Ramsey. Now, I heard a very good YouTuber talking about this morning, and her name is Rambling Mama, and she's looked at this case over about 3 episodes and covered it in tremendous detail. And then shortly after that, for some reason, I saw Dr. Todd Grande talking about it. So I felt that that was a sign that I should be looking at it as well through my cards. So a very strange case. This child, 6 years old, JonBenet, she was found in the cellar of the family home, tied and basically strangled. There was a ransom note which was written on paper from the family home and written with the mother's pen. And although a ransom note which was very long, very, very long and wordy and peculiar, although that was left, the child was still murdered, which is bizarre. Without the money being paid or anything, the child was murdered. So that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It was said that people had broken in and killed her and left the ransom note. People have got all kinds of theories about this, and no one's ever been charged, and it remains an open case. So I just wanted to ask my tarot cards, this Tarot of the Abyss, if it can show me some energy revolving around that Christmas, the time leading up to the death, that Christmas period in 1996. I would like to know, first of all, the energy between Jon and Patsy Ramsey, the mother and the father. What was the energy between the two of them, between Jon and Patsy Ramsey? What was the energy between them, their relationship? Okay, the energy between Jon and Patsy Ramsey. Very unstable. This isn't grounded. This sort of has a feeling of drink, perhaps medication of some kind. Not a stable relationship. If it was this way up, if we had this kind of configuration, then you think, yeah, he was the King of Swords, very straight talking, very honest, straight talking man. Worked very much with his mind, went out, earned his money, dependable, reliable, truthful. It's not that way up. And if this was this way up, then I'd say, they were a perfect blend. They balanced each other. When one was down, the other one would, just soothe. They just gel together well. They were very earthed, grounded people. Love. No, we haven't got that. We've got Temperance in reverse. It's quite sort of devil dark energy. This couple, it was an unbalanced relationship, mentally, maybe physically abusive. I don't know, but this is a very uncomfortable card for a marriage. They sent out all the right messages, I think. I think at the heart of this, they're sending out the message of, we're the Ramseys. We're doing very well, thank you. We've got our very nice house. My husband earns a lot of pentacles. Look at our car on the drive. Look at our two beautiful children sending out these messages. Our little girl, she won this competition. She won that competition. You know, everyone neatly scrubbed and smiling. That's the message that's going out, but we have this going on and we have this going on. King of Swords, I call him a control freak, a bit of a narcissist. He is not a pleasant man. If he is riled, he is not a pleasant man. So this is the energy. This is the energy in the house, the energy between husband and wife leading up to Christmas. Sending out, I should imagine the house looked beautiful at Christmas. I should imagine there were, you know, decorations everywhere. The message, look at our happy home. Look at our happy home. Look at our scrubbed family, all looking beautiful. The home looks lovely. Everything looks great, but it's not. We've got these two cards that sandwich that message. So what was the relationship like between the children, between between Jon Benet and her brother Burke? How did these two children get on in the family? Jon Benet and Burke. We've got a very unstable mother and father who put on a very good front. But what about the children, Jon Benet and Burke? How did they get on together? Brother and sister, you know, they can be at loggerheads. There were a few years between them, 6 years old for Jon Benet and 9 for Burke. So, you know, they weren't particularly close in age. But how were they? How was the energy between Burke and Jon Benet leading up to Christmas 1996? What was the energy like between them? Page of Swords. Pages, you know, this is the energy of children. This is pages are children. They were fighting. It's not really the kind of energy that you want to see between a brother and sister. This is backstabbing. This is nasty with words. These aren't children that are encouraging each other, bringing each other up, you know, oh, well done, or can I help you with that? These are children who are spiteful with each other. They use their words to hurt each other. This is really concerning because, you know, as children, that's where you learn your empathy, you know, with your brothers and sisters, your siblings. With, if you haven't got brothers and sisters, you learn it with, you know, your friends that come and play. You know, you learn give and take, and to see things from other people's perspective, and you live and you learn this, and this is how your personality is formed, isn't it? But this is a brother and sister who almost rejoice if one does badly, the other one doesn't say, oh, you know, I'm sorry. The other one laughs, and it's that cruel energy between them, and that is not something that you would like to see. This is not a happy home. But to the outside here with this here, this 8 of Wands, what a fabulous message. It all looks very good. Mother and father, no. The children between them, no. The family dynamics are not good. So we've got an unhappy house, to say the least. We've got an unhappy house. I would like to know more about this break-in. Did somebody actually break into the house and write that note? Can the cards show me anything regarding this possible break-in in order to leave a ransom note and kill this little girl? Quite why you would do that, I have no idea, but this is one of the theories that's gone through, that it was somebody that broke in. So can the cards show me anything to do with a break-in? Somebody from outside the family breaking into the house. Can the cards show me anything regarding that? You show me anything regarding somebody breaking into the house from the outside. Okay, let's just pull from the top. When you see this Four of Pentacles, you know, you think of the greedy miser holding on to his money, but it doesn't have to be that. This can be a secret. You know, you're holding on to something. What are you holding on to? What is this big pentacle here? It doesn't have to be money. Is this a secret that's being held very close to the chest? I can't let this go. This is such a big secret that I have to hold this with me. This secret. Did people break into the house? I have this secret. The Queen of Wands in reverse, the Emperor in reverse, the mother and the father, the Queen of Wands, this passionate woman who's very creative. You know, you would say, you know, Patsy maybe in her best times being very creative with costumes and hairstyles and makeup and routines for her daughter. That would be the Queen of Wands. Oh, you know, go and compete and well done, and, you know, offering lots of encouragement and, you know, that very sort of artistic, passionate woman. Well, we've got that in reverse. These cards worry me. We've got somebody's covering up. Somebody is covering up. We've got the Queen of Wands. This is destructive, a very destructive energy here. And the Emperor, again, destructive. He's come up here as the King of Swords, the control freak. Well, look, you've got an even bigger control freak now, Major Arcana. I think this is a story made up. This break-in was a story that he now, she's dead. He now has to hold very close to him. This story of the break-in, what a burden to hold that all your life, to hold that close to you. His wife, the Queen of Wands in reverse, the lies they had to come up with. The Emperor in reverse. That was not a true story. That was not a true story. So we've got a lie. We've got a lie here about a break-in and that ransom note. So if it wasn't from outside, the death must have been caused from the inside. There's only one person who is really around. I don't know anything about Burke Ramsey, where he is. I know that as a child he was quite possibly on the spectrum in some way. He had a lot of emotional problems, and the little girl JonBenet, she had a lot as well. So there's only one person's energy to pull into here, and that is the father, this man here, the man with the secret. Does he know who did it? Who's he covering for? That secret. Who is it? Who is that secret? Who did it? We've established that it wasn't somebody that broke in through the cellar and left a note. There wasn't an outside influence here. Jon Ramsey. Let's get Jon Ramsey on this. He must know. If he's covering, he must know. Who killed your daughter? Who killed your daughter? Who killed little Jon Benet? What will you say? What will you say about the death of your daughter? I'm going to do one more pass. Nothing's coming out. Okay. What would you say about the death of your daughter? Who are you covering for? Who are you covering for? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Covering for someone within the family. This is the family tree. This is the family tree. The family tree has been turned on its head. Who are you covering for? The roots are in the air. Who is at the center of this? Could have been an accident. Anything could have happened. But if it wasn't from the outside, it was from the inside. Who are you covering for? The family tree's on its head. Who in your family are you covering for with that big secret? Star in reverse. I believe that's his wife. The woman who was the beauty pageant queen. The woman who was once that way round. The woman who was very much on stage herself and did all of these competitions. The woman who wanted her daughter to compete and do all that and pushed her into that, very heavily guided her into doing that because she no longer did. So my gut feeling from this is that Patsy Ramsey, in whatever way it happened, she led to the death of her daughter. He has that secret, and he has held that with him all these years. And there we are. I've just cut the deck in the middle. The Ten of Swords. What a secret to hold. What a secret to hold. Very quick recap. This is your family. This is what we're talking about. Sending out messages of, aren't we perfect? We look so good. But it's not good at all. You've got a very unbalanced relationship. You've got the King of Swords, who is not a good man to be around. We've got probably an indulgence in alcohol, mentally unstable, an unstable environment for children. Between the children, we have the Page of Swords, the brother and the sister. They are fighting to a degree that is very unhealthy. They do not support each other. They don't get along. They enjoy in being vile and vindictive to each other. And we're talking about small children. There is the secret here of who broke in. Did someone actually break in? No. This is all a lie. It's a big secret being held close. And the person who's holding it close now is Jon Ramsey, because he's the one who is alive. Patsy Ramsey is dead. The Queen of Wands, here she is, here he is. The deception, the inversion of these two cards. Very, very dishonorable, very coming up with stories, deep and dark, and then this secret that he has to hold on to. I said, well, if it came from outside, if it didn't come from outside, it must have come from inside. Who did it? It was the family tree. It was part of the family. Of course it was. If it wasn't a break-in, then it was the family tree, which uprooted it all. Family tree this way up, everyone grows and blossoms and life goes on. Well, life could never go on because this little girl was dead. So the family tree was uprooted. She will never have children. So who did it? And we have the Star in reverse, the woman who was once on the stage, the woman who was once competing, who was once the beauty queen, no longer the beauty queen, no longer the star. Something happened between her and her daughter, and it got covered up. This is what I believe, and what a burden this has been to this man. This here, this secret, it's been the Ten of Swords all his life, and this has got him in the back his whole life. He's had to live with this. I don't know what you think of that. I had no idea what the cards would say. I'd listened to the Dr. Todd Grande, and I'd listened to the other one, Rambling Mama, and I had no idea. I couldn't think who would have done it. You know, there were all different possibilities being bandied around. This is what my cards say. This is their opinion, my interpretation of what they're saying. I would love to hear what you think. What a terrible case. I wonder whether it will ever be solved. I would love to hear from you. You take care. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.